Sports Arizona welcomes you to stop number 2 on the Coyotes' 3-game trip through the East tonight. From First Niagara Center in downtown Buffalo, they meet up with the Buffalo Sabres for the first time this season. Tonight's game is presented by Nissan. Welcome to the booth, everybody. With Tyson Nash, I'm Matt McConnell. Stop 2 after stop 1 was very successful the other night in Detroit. Great to see the smiling faces after the win at the Joe the other night, Tyson.
A big win, and in heroic fashion. Overtime win. They scored 5 goals in that hockey game. 10 different players hit the score sheet. First road win since February 9th. So, yeah, a lot of smiles on their face. First 5-goal performance since January 3rd. John Moore gets his first goal as a Coyote. Cunningham and Dahlback get their first points. And Mike Smith, he has been brilliant in the month of March. He gets his first win since March 5th. Hopefully he can continue here tonight.
One name not on that list, Mark Arcobello, but he was brilliant against the Detroit Red Wings.
He was definitely. 15 goals now on the season. That's number 2 on the Coyotes Hockey Club. 7 goals in 19 games with the team this year. Got the overtime winner right here, right down Broadway, parting of the Red Seas, and he buries it. The finish, timely scoring. Arcobello is getting it done, and Dave Moss as well, the Michigan native, gets on the board as well. 2 tucks in this one. 1 goal in his first 52 games. When you go to the net, you get a stick on the puck, good things happen. Dave Moss scored 20 goals, Matt, with the Calgary Flames. He can do it, and he does it again right here on the power play. Another goal, 5-hole on Jimmy Howard.
Tyson, no doubt about it, it's been a tough season for the Coyotes, but it's been also a tough season for the Buffalo Sabres, their opponent tonight. You know, there's all sorts of media rumblings swirling around the draft entering tonight's game, and you can understand why, but the focus has not changed inside the room.
No, you know there's a lot of eyeballs on this hockey game here tonight, but for the wrong reasons. And hockey players, they're not built that way. They just aren't. It's ridiculous to think that they're not going to go out there and play as hard as they can in this game and try to win. Again, they're not built that way. It's ridiculous to think you work too hard. It's a privilege to play in the NHL, and they're not going to give it away.
Yeah, and earlier today after the morning skate, head coach Dave Tippett tackled the subject head on.
That won't happen in their dressing room, and it won't happen in our dressing room. So that's a lot of media speak and a media hype that I know both teams, you know, it won't be any part of the game.
When we return, Todd Walsh catches up with Coyotes right winger Dave Moss and gets his thoughts on the Tuesday win. Among other things, it's the Coyotes and Sabres from Buffalo here at First Niagara Center.
Coyotes and the Sabres continues from First Niagara Center. Todd Walsh along with Dave Moss. And Dave, you know what? With all the talk about losing around here, I want to ask you about winning. Connor Murphy said today, winning in Detroit just creates the hunger to have it again. Is he right about that?
Yeah, he is. You know, that was a fun game to play in, and it was an emotional game, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can get that good feeling back here again.
It was also a physical game. Did that help you guys? It looked like you were engaged with the Red Wings from the drop of the puck. Is that something that propelled you? Yeah,
it did. I mean, I thought we battled and competed pretty hard, and we were able to find some bounces. And I think that you got to have that edge, that physical edge, to get involved in the game.
What about the offense? Where did it come from? And the attention to detail, especially in front of the net. There were a lot of deflection goals and winning plays off face-offs, creating offense. How did all that happen?
Yeah, that's just something we got to try to do to score more goals, is get to the front of the net and try to get some of those grittier goals, and we were fortunate last night to get a couple.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, Dave Moss had a couple against the Red Wings. He's going back to warm-ups. We're taking a break. When we come back, the First Niagara Center here in Buffalo. It's the Coyotes and the Sabres. Matt McConnell and Tyson Nash have the call. Stick around. There's more to come in a moment.
Hockey on Fox Sports Arizona is brought to you by Papa John's. Get 50% off at Papa John's the day after a Coyotes win. Promo code Coyotes at papajohns.com. By Sanderson Ford. The best play is at Sanderson Ford. By Gigablast Internet from Cox. Get ready for the gig life. And by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state. We're back here in downtown Buffalo. Game 2 of the 3-game trip between the Coyotes and the Buffalo Sabres. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders tonight. They are presented by Behind the Mask Hockey Shops.
Mike Smith, no surprise here. 9 games in the month of March. Look at his goals against and save percentage. Looking to put up that same performance that he did the other night against Detroit. And for the Buffalo Sabres, we got Matt Hackett between the pipes for them. Just his 4th game here tonight, yet to put a win on the board. Coyotes are going to want to shoot a lot of pucks, a lot of rubber on Hackett here tonight.
He's a London, Ontario native. As you look at the referees, they are Dean Morton and Rob Martell. The linesman, Matt McPherson, and Chicago native Andy McElman. So here we go. Coyotes coming off that impressive 5-4 win in overtime. Mark Arcabello in Detroit with a couple of goals. Dave Moss with 2. John Moore had a goal. Mike Smith was sharp, and we're underway here tonight at First Niagara Center. Game 2 of the 3-game trip. It'll wrap up Saturday afternoon in Pittsburgh, as this one's going to be played deep. And the Coyotes will try to go to work here.
The Coyotes were engaged in that game in Detroit right from the drop of the puck because they came out and played physical. They're looking to do the same thing here tonight.
Bounces in front. Tyler Ennis that time looking for the setup with Johan Larsson. Cleared out of the zone. And the Sabres will set it up. Zach Bogosian came over from Winnipeg in that deal that also brought Evander Kane here to Buffalo. Kane out for the rest of the season. He has yet to suit up for Buffalo. He'll do that next fall. As the Sabres will bring this one around, trying to keep it inside the zone. Marcus Foligno, and he'll play it in behind the net. So the Sabres going to work. Opening minute here tonight in Buffalo. And out with it back through center ice. Broken up momentarily by Gormley, picked off, and a drop pass to the middle. And to tee it up that time was Marcus Foligno. Comes back out high, and a shot. That's steered aside by Smith.
Puck management so important. Gormley with the turnover that leads to that chance by the Buffalo Sabres. Stuff you got to stay away from. Managing the puck, and Dave Moss, speaking of managing the puck, talk about tickling the twine. Dave Moss in his hometown of Michigan scored 2 goals in that game. 1 goal in the first 52 games. He gets 2, doubles his goal scoring output in that game the other night. He's looking to stay hot tonight.
Yeah, and you saw Mark Arcabello as well. The only negative is you saw the scratches scrolling across the top. No Lori Korpikoski tonight. He is eating through a straw after taking that stick in the mouth the other night in Detroit.
Yeah, 3 different cuts on his face. That is not a pretty sight. No oil painting right now.
Oh, Jordan Schwartzel playing in behind the net. Locking him up. Nikita Zadorov. Now down low, still with the puck. Working it into the corner.
This is when the Coyotes are at their best, right here. Below the top of the circles, working the puck down low. That cycle game.
Zadorov will bring it out for Buffalo. On the right wing, that's taken away. Dahlbeck will play it across for Connor Murphy. Happy birthday, Connor Murphy. It's his big day here today as it's played right back in over the line. And a shot by Crombie is blocked away that time by Matt Ellis.
How about that hit? He'll be looking to put a birthday hit on somebody. The hit the other night against Detroit. Glendening. That was the hardest hit I've seen in at least 2 years, for sure. That is textbook physical hockey.
Out of the zone, and now circling with it is Mike Weber. Handled by Ekman Larsson, stepping up and turn the other way, and Ellis now will play it across. Kaleta deflects one in. Kaleta back in the lineup, and this one goes off netting. And we are 2:40, and this is the hit you were talking about the other night in Detroit.
Yeah, this is the hit, and tell you what, Glendening will remember that for years to come. That had to have been the hardest hit that he's ever received. Caught looking at the puck, the poke check, and then he follows through. The big shoulder explodes with his legs for the birthday boy here today. 22 years old. Wow, spring chicken.
He's practically a senior citizen as it's played all the way back. And now playing it is Murphy, and he'll get it back to center ice. Arcabello picked off that time, and Tyler Ennis the other way.
He still looks like he's 12 years old. You're definitely not intimidated when you look at his face, but after that hit, I think a lot of players around the league are thinking twice.
Puck played into the corner, and now down low in a board battle there is Arcabello as it's played to the side of the net. And Johan Larsson will try to move it out, but it's picked off, and Dahlbeck with a shot, and that's steered aside. Coyotes will keep it inside. Moore with a shot and a stop by Hackett. Keys to the game tonight, Tyson. They're brought to you by Sanderson Ford.
Well, it's all about keeping that Motown mojo going here tonight. Coyotes played one of their best games, I thought, of the season the other night. 5 goals were scored. 10 different players found the score sheet They went 2 for 5 on the power play. No passengers in that hockey game. Everybody was pulling in the same direction. They're looking to do that exact same thing here tonight. It's all about replicating that type of effort. You do it once, you got to be doing it game in and game out.
John Moore gets it up for Martin Erad, who will drop it off, and Brandon Gormley crossing center gets one in, and Hackett's going to get a whistle here with 3 minutes and 43 seconds gone in our opening period tonight from Buffalo.
Well, there's no secret. Everyone is watching this game here tonight around the league thinking that, you know, either of these teams don't want to win this hockey game, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. If you go in that locker room and mention that, you will get yourself kicked right out of that locker room. You worked way too hard to get to this level, to be in the NHL. You think any of these players want to give it up? Not a chance.
Lots of auditions going on, and that's for both sides. And I think I can speak for the Buffalo Sabres when I say that. Players are wired to win, and that does not change no matter what. As Mike Smith will get a face-off.
You just ask LA, ask Detroit the other night, ask the Pittsburgh Penguins, ask the Vancouver Canucks if the Coyotes are not playing hard right now. They will tell you they played their best hockey of the season in the month of March.
Ask Lindy Ruff, who's the coach in Dallas, about Buffalo. His old team, they were up on the Dallas Stars before dropping a 4-3 game on Monday. So I think all that goes out the window, and I do agree with Dave Tippett. It is a lot of speculation and built up by the media.
Yeah, definitely media-driven, no question about it.
Goes all the way back, and Bogosian will get it and set it up for Buffalo.
And if you're a player, I mean, you want to be known as that player that gave a game away?
No.
I mean, come on.
Sent in, Dalpe with a shot, follow-up. He's taken off the puck by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Oliver's had a pretty good March as well. You look at his goals, he's gotten to the 20-goal plateau as he'll handle the puck inside of his own zone. Well, Ekman-Larsson back through center will loft this one in, and we're going to whistle here.
Well, we always talk about turnovers and managing the puck. The Coyotes have it, and then they turn it over, and it leads to a forced block there by Michael Stone. Just unnecessary. You got to get that puck out when you have an opportunity. It was Jordan Schwartz that turned that puck over. When you're a newcomer, a guy that plays on the fourth line, you got to be real careful. There, Coletta, speaking of a couple fourth liners, Coletta and Ty McGinn going at it a little bit.
Coletta plays with an edge, and his career's changed a little bit because he's off injured, as this one's going to be moved in over the line. Vitale got hit from behind. Chance here, McGinn. Stopped there by Matt Hackett.
Coletta, he can hit.
Yeah.
He is like a fire hydrant.
Murphy with a shot, and that stopped. McGinn going after it. And it'll be turned away and back the other way for Nicolas Deslauriers. And he'll dump one in for the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo with a shift change, and the Coyotes will bring it out. Connor Murphy doing it. Taken away by Tyler Ennis. Now back it over the line. Going wide in behind, and at that time, Johan Larsson. Back at the line. Now they set it up for Larsson in the middle, and Ennis with a shot. No problem there for Mike Smith. This one will be lofted all the way back to the Buffalo blue line.
And a couple turnovers have led to that transition game with the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo has had an issue scoring goals, but you've got to be careful with the puck. You cannot, I don't care who you're playing, you cannot turn pucks over. That puck will end up in the back of your net at some point.
Tyler Ennis will send it across, looking for Matt Molson. Molson returned to the Buffalo Sabres for another tour of duty after spending some time late last year with the Minnesota Wild. Played collegiately down the road in Ithaca at Cornell. And a chance here now for Shane Doan to bring it out. Lofson backing over the line, intended that time for Reeder, taken away by Ristolainen. Now John Moore's going to pinch. Late into the corner.
A real good forechecking pressure here by Shane Doan. That's where you got to put the pressure on Buffalo. That is a big part of their weakness, is their back end. Force them into turnovers.
Weber will bring it out for Buffalo. Right wing pass, got it in over the line. Foligno can't get to the puck, so Smith will play it on left wing for Martin Erad. Out with it now, Sam Gagner. In over the line. Gagne tried to jam it to the middle. He might have been looking for Erat there. This shot is on. Hackett the save. Now behind the net, Gagne will look to work it to the front, and it's right there bouncing around, and Hackett somehow able to keep it out.
Oh, nice quick shot there by Erat. Dave Moss right in front. Got rewarded in that same spot the other night.
Here's a chance. Moore in front. Oh, and he just sent it wide.
Oh, and he got dumped too.
John Moore, great look there.
Yeah, he had a goal the other night as well. His first as a Coyote. Good offensive instincts right there. Dave Tippett making similar comparisons to Keith Yandel in his younger days.
Brandon Gormley will set it up in behind that. Boy, the Coyotes have been doing a nice job as of late, sliding that defender, too, right to the front of the net in the offensive zone. And Schwartz will get one deep.
Well, it's tough to defend if you're a winger. Your defenseman, your responsibility is always jumping into the play. Got to have your head on a swivel.
Into the corner now to the front. Schwartz, he scores! Jordan Schwartz, and it's 1-0 Coyotes. And a bunch of cheers here tonight in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, lots of cheers here at First Niagara. What a shot by Schwartz. We talked about it. He turned the puck over earlier in this period. And how about this work ethic? Cunningham and Chipchura working away. Chipchura just a little chip shot, and Schwartz right in that quiet area. Very tough to defend, little give and go. He gets it back, and boom. Hackett down to his knees in a butterfly. He throws it right over the shoulder, that glove side, bar and in. His first this season. That's how you do it.
Big shot, Jordan Schwartz. Cunningham and Chipchura picking up the assist. Around the boards, Weber. Going to try to get it out. It's cleared back to center. Back it over the line. Buffalo now. They drop that shot over the top of the net.
You've got to hit the net there. You have an opportunity below the top of the circle. Make Mike Smith make a save.
Yeah, that was Ristolainen. And now Vitale, and that's deflected just wide.
Let's talk about that next shift after a goal, Matt. This is so important here for the Coyotes to build off of it. Don't give anything back.
Back to center ice. Buffalo trying to move it inside the zone. Matt Molson is there. And he'll flip one into the right wing corner. Sabres change it up. Ekman Larson. Try to get it back and over the line, and we get a whistle. No, they wave off the icing. No icing.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson hit Arcabello on that exact same play the other night in Detroit for the game winner. Great vision by OEL to find those streaking forwards, trying to generate speed.
9-3 Coyotes out shooting the Sabres. 1-0 on the goal by Jordan Schwartz. And around it goes Andre Benoit. Clears it up the ice. Connor Murphy to go after it. And now Martin Erat. Crossing center, Gagne. In over the line, drops it. Oh, he gets it right back as Moss was the trailer. This one is taken away, and the Sabres will bring it out.
Really like how Dahlback is starting to jump up into the play as well. He's an option in that rush with Sam Gagne. It's very, again, tough to defend against.
Back it over the line. Moss with a chance. Oh, and he couldn't cradle that on the blade of his stick.
Oh, what an opportunity that was. Heads up play, uses the boards. Nice friendly carom for the Coyotes. Could always walked right into that one.
Nice takeaway, John Moore playing the right side tonight with Brandon Gormley.
Sometimes when that puck comes off the boards, it can be spinning. I think that was the issue there. Maybe a little over fancy for Dave Moss. A little confidence in his back pocket right now after those 2 goals the other night.
At the blue line, knocked away by Michael Stone. And now Gormley will bring it out for Chipchura. Chipchura in over the line with a shot. Hackett the save. Coyotes will keep it inside the zone before it's cleared out. Chance in over the line. Right to the front, and they score! Tyler Ennis. And he's tied it at 1.
Wow, that is a beauty of a goal. His 19th of the season. Not going to get much prettier than that. And again, Buffalo Sabres spending way too much time in their own zone, but just like that, out they come. Coyotes get caught, and that puck in the back of the net. Gormley gets, Oliver Ekman-Larsson gets caught up ice, can't get back in time, and Ennis does the rest.
Ennis gets the goal, and it's his 19th of the season. So it's 1-1 with 11 minutes gone in the opening period tonight in Buffalo.
Real nice pass by Molson.
Ristolainen will send one up for Marcus Foligno. Hit that time, Connor Murphy, and turning it the other way is Crombie. Coyotes will go to a shift change here, and the Buffalo Sabres will set it up. John Moore has it. Teams getting on the board here. First, Jordan Swartz for the Coyotes at 7:55. Moments ago, Tyler Ennis at 10:49. Gormley with it. Now Coletta for Buffalo. Back it over the line. Into the corner it goes. All tied up that time. Gianta, and it pops in front. Gormley will get it up the ice and back to center. Toby Reeder. Taking it off that time. Behind the net for Bogosian. Sabres will bring it across center ice. Dumping it in that time is Delorier. The Coyotes will set it up in behind their own net. 10-4. Coyotes with the edge in shots here. In a 1-1 game. Flipped right back in. Goes in behind the net. Sam Gagner around the boards. Molson can't clear, and it's up high on Hackett.
Well, he struggles with that one with Sam Gagner doing the flyby.
Here's a chance right to the front. Coyotes can't get it in. What a chance there for Sam Gagner. Anything up high early on is giving Hackett some problems.
A good non-call there as Sam Gagner just getting worked over in front.
Into the corner now. Gagner has it. Left it for Dave Moss, and now Martin Erat.
Real good shift here by the Coyotes again. It's all that forechecking pressure, that cycle. Working the Sabres down low. Defensively, the Buffalo Sabres have not been good this year at all.
Behind the net. Dahlbeck trying to poke it up along the boards. Foligno is there. Now Tyler Ennis. At the line, Ristolainen. And that is handled by Mike Smith.
Welcome back. This is our Nissan High Excitement player of the game. It's Sam Gagner. Look at his body of work here in this shift. It's all about that forechecking pressure, getting to the front of the net. They talked about that before this game. You got to get in Matt Hackett's face. They've done that here tonight. Almost gets a redirect there, and he is getting worked over in front. Talk about a guy paying the price to score a goal. Real good shift here by the Coyotes. Gagner, Erat, and Dave Moss. Doesn't need more of that, Matt.
Good look at Gagner on the bench. What do you say? It's all about ball bearings?
All ball bearings, and that's an example right there. Sam Gagner trying to tickle the twine. 35 points, looking for number 13 here tonight. Has to be fairly happy with the way his team has come out here in this hockey game. Trying to build off that victory the other night in Detroit. First time we've seen the coach smile after a game. A lot of the players on that plane.
It had been a while, and I'll tell you what, it really is a testament to the coaching staff late in the season when you're out of it. You get great efforts. It's unbelievable.
It's not fun losing. I have been in this situation, and it is a grind. It wears on you.
In the corner it goes, and Chipchura behind the net. Kyle Chipchura looking to go to the front. Oh, Cunningham was there.
Not a bad idea there by Chipchura. You never know. He might catch the goalie cheating.
Foligno in over the line, trying to get it to the front for Gianta. This one is cleared away. Tumbling to the ice that time was Chipchura. Now back to the front, and a shot. Roller to the front. They try to put it home, and it's covered up by Mike Smith.
Mike Smith sprawled out doing the snow angel in that blue paint. Buffalo all over it. It was like a hot potato popping all around. Coyotes couldn't get it clear. And Buffalo just kept throwing it to the front of the net. Shot block there. Good job by Michael Stone. And then somehow Mike Smith able to get his glove on this one. This is our Schwartz Laser Ice Center view from the ice. It's a blocker on that one. Boy, is Mike Smith in good march.
Now a chance, side of the net, and Coyotes will take it away. Moore got it up the ice for Crombie, way on side. Time again will get it down low. Crombie goes after it and in behind the net. To Vitale, who looked to go to the front. Coyotes have had real good offensive zone pressure and time in this opening period that has 5:13 remaining. Back to center ice, time again.
Oh, big hit there by Coletta.
Yeah,
he's going to get a dance partner here.
Yeah, and going right after him.
Well, Ty McGinn is getting involved as well. That's what Coletta does. He is an absolute beast out there. You better have your head on a swivel.
Crombie comes in, and here's the hit in a 1-1 tie.
Welcome back. One more look here at Coletta on time again. Just staples them to the sideboards. There's the penalty there by Crombie. Not sure if it's a rough or a slash, but that's what Coletta does. It's a big part of his game. He gets in there, stirs it up, rattles the pots and pans of the opposition, and you end up taking bad penalties. He doesn't fight a lot. He can fight. He doesn't fight a lot, though. And he can frustrate you in the worst way.
Buffalo power play here. They'll mark the face-off to the right of Mike Smith.
First power play of the game.
Back in the line for Tyler Ennis, and he'll flip it along for Ristolainen.
No stick for Schwartz.
Down low it goes. They work it to the front. Molson was there. Penalty coming up here, and they're going to get a Buffalo for the slash.
That's going to be Molson, I believe, going to the box for this one, and Ted Nolan won't be happy with him for giving this one back. Buffalo, the power play, little slash right there. Stick break. I'm not 100% sold on that call. Every time a stick breaks, it can't be a penalty. I mean, it really can't be. But nonetheless, Buffalo gives it back, so we're going to have some 4-on-4 action here for minute 43.
And as a result, they bring the face-off all the way down inside the Buffalo zone. Gagne and Erat out there with Ekman Larsson and Stone. That's the foursome for the Coyotes. Behind the net, Andre Benoit. And now it's moved along, and Ennis tries to get it back to center ice. Gagne will take that one away. So a lot of open ice.
I still, when you break your stick, like Schwartz's stick was broken, you're that close to the bench. Go to the bench, grab a stick. You do nothing out there. You're just filling space, empty space when you don't have a stick. Go get a stick, get back in the play.
Erat out high. Gagne tried to dangle it to the front, and a shot goes off a body. Around the board, Stone will look to keep it in. And now Tyler Ennis will settle it down for Bogosian. Zach Bogosian, a former first-round pick. As this one is moved back in by Larsson. Bogosian into the corner, and now taking it away is Ekman Larsson. Ellis will strip him of the puck. And now Ellis has it, trying to work it to the front. Here's a chance and a shot. Save that time, Smith, on a bid from Mazzaros.
Todd Walsh back here in Buffalo. You're looking at Connor Murphy. And guys, I just wanted to chase the topic that you were discussing earlier in the period and what I concluded the pregame show with, and that's the absurdity of thinking that a professional athlete would ever conjure up a thought about losing intentionally for any reason whatsoever. And I just was drawing strength today and talking to Connor Murphy in the Coyotes room, a guy that is so wise beyond his years. He was just talking about how losing is such a habit, and you have to avoid it being part of your culture, and it affects so many things. You know what it's been like the last couple of days, just coming off that win, and the hunger that you have to have it again once you've tasted it after you haven't had it.
Well,
from a young guy.
I'll just ask the Edmonton Oilers and what they're going through right now. They got some great players, but it's a losing mentality. It really is, and it's hard to get out of it both ways. You're playing a winning organization for years. You're used to it, and you expect nothing less than to continue winning. And you feel bad for those young kids in Edmonton. They don't know how to win.
Ristolainen will bring it out as he crosses center. Ristolainen still with the puck. Plays it in behind the net. Sabres trying to go to work here. Polino got stripped. Coyotes will get it out of the zone as they chase it up ice, but we're going to get a whistle and an icing call. Hey, just a reminder, when the Coyotes win, you win at Papa John's the day after every Coyotes win. Celebrate with 50% off your online order at papajohns.com by typing in promo code Coyotes. Offer only available online on regular menu prices. This is an Arizona Lottery power play due to the one penalty, an abbreviated power play just for 8 seconds.
And that being said, the Coyotes have had their share of losing this year, but this is going to be a much different team next year. You guarantee it. You know Don Maloney and Dave Tippett are going to make a lot of changes to their roster. All the youngsters, the prospects coming up, the Max Domis, the Declares, the Polinis. And this is going to be an exciting team to watch.
Ennis over the line. He'll set it up. Now Ennis down low, got it right through the crease and wide. Get back to the line. And now Ennis across. And a shot on. Glove save Smith. And we'll get a face-off here.
Easy save for Mike Smith to make. Nobody willing to pay a price to stand in front of the net. John Moore is the only white jersey in the vicinity. Both Buffalo Sabres off to the side. You're not going to score goals like that. They're looking for the redirect, but it's got to be screen, tip, rebound in that order. As you look at Mike Smith's numbers in the month of March, 2 wins. Save percentage off the charts, but still only 2 wins. But he has definitely done his part. Got a little offensive help the other night. Coyotes scoring 5 goals. That's the difference.
Lazaros will play this one up on the right wing side. Sabres will clear it out. Time again that time took a run at Kaleta, and it looks like they're going to get McGinn for charging here.
And again, Kaleta, he's now drawn 2 penalties. Now it's time again trying to get back at Kaleta for that hit originally. Dave Tippett will not be happy with this one. So McGinn dumps it in, and I don't know if I agree with that call. Let's take a look at it here. I guess he jumps. That was the biggest thing there. He kind of leaves his feet just as he makes contact with Kaleta. Still don't like it.
So Chipchura will take the draw to the left of goaltender Mike Smith. Penalty killing unit of Chipchura, Cunningham, Dahlbeck, and also out there Michael Stone. As it's set all the way down the ice. 1-1 the score. In case you're joining us late, we are late in the first period. Jordan Swartz gave the Coyotes a 1-0 lead at 7:55. Tyler Ennis tied it for Buffalo at 10:49. Up the ice it goes. And chasing this one down is going to be Craig Cunningham. And now Ennis for Buffalo. Center ice, getting it in over the line that time, Johan Larsson.
Oh, good decision there by Mike Smith. He was going to put that up the gut of the ice just like he did against the Penguins when it went off them and in.
Gianta looking for a deflection in front. Has the puck again to Ristolainen. Sabres will work it back to the point. Ristolainen under a minute to go in the period. And this one will be taken away, and the Coyotes will get it out with Toby Reeder, and he'll dump one all the way back in. 51 for the period, 54 for the penalty. Gianta. And now Tyler Ennis with it in over the line. Looks to set up shop here. He'll get it across, and Bogosian with a shot stopped by Mike Smith. Our CenturyLink link to what's next. Todd will have a chat between periods with Jordan Swartz. We'll also take a closer look at prospect Anthony Declaire. We'll also take a look at the top 5 draft prospects as of today. Heading into the June entry draft, we'll be down in Sunrise, Florida. Backhander to the line. Bogosian couldn't keep, but now we'll get a whistle here. Evidently a hand pass. So they'll mark this one outside the Coyotes zone.
Penalty kill for the Coyotes is, improved every game out. A lot more aggressive, a lot more workman-like mentality. Shot blocking has really never been an issue. And ultimately, it comes down to your goaltender. And Mike Smith, we've talked about his month of March, how good he's been. I haven't found the wins and the offense for him, but all you can do is do your job. And Mike Smith has done more than his fair share in March.
Sabres have it. Sent in by Mazzaros. And around the boards, back to the line for Bogosian. And now Bogosian from Foligno, and that's blocked away. Swartz got in the way of that one. 12 to go in the period. Ryder's going to try to get it out here. Now a chance here, Mazzaros cutting in behind that. 3 to go in the period, and that's going to do it. Horn sounds, and at the end of one, we are tied at 1 here in Buffalo.
Well, real good period, I thought, from the Coyotes. Came with a lot of speed. They were in attack mode. The defense was getting involved. Another solid period from Mike Smith, and they were physical as well. That's when the Coyotes are at their best. Just 20 minutes in the books. They got 40 more to go.
Shots on goal in the opening 20. Tyson 12 for the Coyotes and 11 for the Buffalo Sabres. A lot of hits, some penalties, a couple of goals as well. Jordan Swartz getting his first at 7:55. Tyler Ennis with the answer at 10:49. Todd Walsh up next. This intermission of Coyotes hockey was presented by Jack in the Box. Love Sriracha? Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's new spicy Sriracha burger at participating restaurants. Back in downtown Buffalo, end of one. The Coyotes and the Sabres locked up in a 1-1 tie. The first period highlights are brought to you by Jack in the Box, and the Coyotes got off and running. Tyson.
Yeah, their forechecking pressure does the job here. Nice play by Chipchura. He finds Swartz, who makes no mistake. Throws a bullet over the glove of Hackett. Nice give and go there with Swartz and Chipchura. The fourth line does the job, and then Cunningham, he turns this one over. The quick up, the transition game. Everybody puck focused on Molson. Nobody picks up Ennis going down that left side, and he makes a real nifty play there on Mike Smith and finds the back of the net on his backhand. And it was a good period. Coyotes out shooting the Buffalo Sabres. 12 shots in that first period, on pace for 36 for the game. That is a good sign. They want to keep that pace going. Lots of rubber on Matt Hackett.
And we'll see how it unfolds here in period 2.
And never shoot the puck enough.
Now they had a lot of pressure in the Buffalo zone in the opening 20. Arcamello against Larson to get it going here in the second, and this one is going to be sent down. That'll do it for the penalty time. There was 4 seconds left of carryover time in the McGinn minor. For charging, as this one is dumped right back in by Johan Larson, steered around by Smith. The Coyotes will look to get it out. Back through center ice and in over the line. Arcamello trying to work it to the front. That's taken away, and out with it is Molson. Up for Larson. Took him up that time. And played in behind the net where Mike Smith will play it. Shane Doan. Right back in, and playing it in behind the net is Grigorenko. Ristolainen. And now Foligno down low to set it up. Weber flips it along. And the Sabres will get it out. Over the line, Gianta with a shot wide. And it goes all the way back down the length of the ice. Weber looking around defensively for Buffalo. Now Weber will get it up on left wing as it's flipped in there that time for Foligno. And Smith will play it in behind the net. And Stone will move it out for Kyle Chipchura.
Well, neither team can establish any offensive zone time right here.
Back out high for Cunningham. He'll work it down low. Chipchura and let it go. Swartz has it. Now Chipchura working it in behind the net. Into the corner. Now Chipchura. Pretty good board battle there with Bogosian and Cunningham.
Bogosian, he's a physical defenseman. You know you played in a hockey game when you finish a night lined up against Bogosian all night. Cross-check, he'll hack and whack you.
Kept inside the zone, Vitale shoots, and that's batted away by Hackett. Goes in behind it at Vitale. Easing it into the corner. Coyotes in a change, so Vitale having to do it by himself for Crombie now. Gets it back to the line, Ekman Larsson fires it in behind the net. Crombie will go after it. Good board battle there with Zach Dalpe, the former Carolina Hurricane. Taken away, Vitale has it. Now Vitale in tight. Going in behind the net. We get a whistle here. The net has come off. As it'll give us an opportunity, too, to look at the stats from the opening period here tonight in Buffalo, Tyson.
Yeah, we talked about it. Scoring chances, 5 for the Coyotes. Shot attempts, 20. I love it. Their mentality, shoot-first mentality. A lot of traffic in front of Hackett as well. And we talked about it being a very physical period. That's when the Coyotes are at their best, when they're banging bodies and they are engaged.
Dave Tibbetts' team in a 1-1 tie here tonight in Buffalo, and they will wrap up the trip Saturday afternoon in Pittsburgh as this one right to the glove of Matt Hackett.
Dave Tippett talked a lot about this morning, you know, in this hockey game here tonight and moving forward, the evaluation period of this hockey club. Are you going to be part of the problem or are you going to be part of the solution? And that's what they're looking for right now. Guys that are going to be part of this future, got to find a way to get it done.
Comes back out high, Reeder. Will drop it. Dahlbeck's shot just wide. Goes in behind the net. Around the boards there, Coletta tying up his man. Dahlbeck and in behind for Arcobello.
Really find out as well what you're all about as a hockey player when you go through situations like this, stretches. Are you a good teammate? How do you respond? Learning a lot about yourself right now.
Sharp angle bid there by Arcobello. Connor Murphy and his shot. Knocked away as Delorier ran him into the boards. Played right back for Mike Weber.
Well, Buffalo's a real physical team here. They come out banging here in this second period. Coletta, Dalpe.
Tyler Ennis with it. In over the line. Now Ennis with a backhander. Stopped that time by Smith.
Oh, he's shifty.
Benoit at the line will play it across. Trojan had that one picked off, and the Coyotes will bring it back. Martin Erat. Erat tried to get into the front gate. Loss was there. All the way back, Ekman Larsson to break up a play.
Ekman Larsson jumping into the attack. It's a whole nother look. Just more depth when the defense jump in off the rush.
Ekman Larsson moves it along. Erat gives it to Gagne. Oh, Gagne with a shot. It's underneath Hackett. Now we get a whistle.
Hackett had no idea where that puck was.
Well, tonight on Fox Sports Live, can West Virginia shock the college basketball world with an upset of Kentucky? How does Chase Elliott feel about replacing Jeff Gordon in the Sprint Cup Series? And as opening day approaches, we sit down with World Series MVP Madison Bumgarner. That's all tonight on Fox Sports Live. Cunningham got it to the front. That was cleared out of there.
Face off. We always talk about it and the importance. Real nice job there by Cunningham. Taking that puck almost like to the basket. Get hard to the hole.
I like that. March Madness. By the way, good luck to Todd Walsh's alma mater tonight, the Arizona Wildcats. Here's a steal. Chipchura shoots. Hackett the save. And so we'll get a face-off coming up here.
Okay, Kyle Chipchura. His body of work the last few games, he's been real good. Cunningham gets in on the forecheck. The first forechecker, their job is to bang the body. You don't worry about the puck, you just worry about the puck carrier, making sure you separate. F2 is more about the puck and the puck retrieval.
And behind the net, Bogosian will play it along, and Delorier now for Buffalo. Ellis that time sandwiched between Crombeen and Murphy. Smith will play it along. And out with it for Joe Vitale.
Joe Vitale coming off his best, what I thought was his best game of the season the other night.
Real good in Detroit.
2-game point streak to boot. Probably about 10 block shots in there. 10 ice bags after the game, too.
Sent out of the zone and back to center for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who played more than 5.5 of this second period. No scoring in the second period, and we had both goals in the first from this 1-1 tie. Swartz and Ennis are the goal scorers here tonight. Doan will play it in over the line. Now Doan takes a shot. That's stopped by goaltender Matt Hackett.
We talked about Joe Vitale in his game the other night. Talking about putting on a clinic in the face-off circle. Those face-off wins in one game. The other night, Joe Vitale had 12. And tonight, he's been fairly good as well. 4 wins, 5 losses.
Stone shot, deflected wide. Joe Vitale, one of the nicest guys you'll meet in a hockey roster.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Absolute sweetheart.
Arcabello.
Just not on the ice.
Ristolainen's going to try to get it out. Sabres will get it back to center ice. And now Weber will move it along to Ennis, the goal scorer for Buffalo.
Oh, can he fly?
Ennis taking it into the corner. Now Ennis to get it in front. That was blocked away. It's almost like a poor man's Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
He can really dangle. Here's a chance for Stone to play it across for Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah, he's leading the way here for the Sabres. 40 points, 19 goals now, 41 points now.
Olsen has it.
A lot of finish in his game.
And Ennis has it again. Ennis trying to go right to the net. Ended.
Oh, yeah, penalty coming up.
A penalty. Let's see if it'll be a penalty or maybe even a penalty shot.
No. He was all over it. Michael Stone had no choice, though, but to take him down. He was all over Mike Smith in front. He got a shot away as well.
And Hackett's on the bench, so the Sabres go to the extra attacker. Like that game a few nights ago. Real long extra attacker opportunity. Played into the corner, now back out high. Here's a chance. Zadorov works into the middle. Taken away by Gagne, and we get the whistle. It'll be a hooking call. Michael Stone will go to the box, and the Buffalo Sabres head to the power play. Michael Stone in the penalty box, and the Coyotes shorthanded here.
Another big kill coming up, and talk about struggles for the Buffalo Sabres. US goals scored last year and doing it once again this year. 1.78 a game. That is a lot of work for a goaltender. Margin for error just so razor thin. You're only getting that much help offensively.
And the case for Mike Smith, and we've seen that March, the great saves percentage, but not a lot to show for it. Ennis couldn't keep the point.
Yeah, he's put a 5 spot on the board the other night in Detroit. Jimmy Howard struggling to make a save in that hockey game. 10 different Coyotes with a point in that one.
And over the line it goes, and now back out high. Larsson thought about it. Ennis.
This is the guy you got to watch right here.
Gets it across. Ristolainen for Ennis. And now Larsson shoots. Stop that time. It's loose in front. It's going to be cleared away and down.
Oh, real good save there by Mike Smith, though. Again, nobody right in front of Mike Smith. Able to see that puck the whole way. Good job jumping on that rebound and getting that puck down the ice.
Ennis will get it in over the line. He looks to set it up, and he will out high. Ristolainen scores.
What a bomb. Wow. Ennis once again starts the playoff. Good set of hands, calms things down as he enters the offensive zone. Little backhand pass off the boards. How about that rocket? Grips it and rips it. Bar down. I'm not sure if that deflects off Dave Moss's stick, but either way, that almost went through the back of the net. My goodness.
Pinpoint accuracy on that shot to beat Mike Smith, his 6th of the season. Sabres will bring it back in. Sharp angle shot steered away by Smith. Coyotes will bring it back 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. That blows up though as Benoit moving up the ice, and now Stone looks for the stretch pass, and the Coyotes reset the neutral zone. Erat will take it on left wing. Trying to flip it out high. Marcus Foligno is there. And he'll dump one right back in. So the Coyotes had a 1-0 lead. Buffalo now on 2 unanswered goals. Ennis and Ristolainen.
Got to stay out of the penalty box. Coyotes with a lot of the momentum after that first period. But a constant trail to the penalty box. Eventually, I don't care how bad your offense is going to get going. Watch this play here by Ennis. Left of your screen. Little bank pass off the Ristolainen and kaboom. Winds up and throws a dart upstairs on Mike Smith. I don't believe Mike Smith was screened on the play, unless it was by one of his own players, but that was a bullet. So Ennis with a goal and an assist here tonight, leading the charge for Buffalo.
Yeah, and I think Buffalo's going to get a 2-minute man on the ice penalty here.
An opportunity here as Ted Nolan is wondering how and who is responsible for this one.
Larson will serve it. So the Coyotes will go to the Arizona Lottery Powerball power play and a chance to get the game tied right back.
Coyotes went 2 for 5 the other night. Let's see what they can do in this one.
Mike Smith plays it in behind the net for John Moore, and he'll bring it out. Gagne with it in over the line. Back out high and across Ekman Larson. Coyotes moving around more. And now Gagne. Gagne looking around, got into the front, and Doan was there, but knocks off his stick.
Good coverage there. I believe that was Weber in front. I don't see Shane Doan get it out-muscled very often, but that was a good battle.
John Moore will bring it out. The Coyotes go to work here with 1:12 remaining in their power play. Trying to tie it up here on the Arizona Lottery Powerball power play. Ekman Larson to Moore. Gagne has it. In tight. Doan again. Hackett. It's underneath Hackett. And finally he covers up to hold on.
Coyotes hacking and whacking in front of the goaltender. Hackett, who did a real nice job closing that 5-hole. John Moore to Gagne and down to the captain, who tries to just muscle it through the pads. With Dave Moss involved as well, or excuse me, Tobias Reeder involved in front. Now Dave Moss is on the ice. Maybe the guy in front of the net. Scored 2 in Detroit from that exact spot.
Arcabello plays it around. Coyotes still with 38 to go on the power play. John Moore and now Dave Moss. Moore back out high, walking the blue line. Gives it to Erat. In tight, blocked away by Weber, the defenseman. And it comes back out high. Ekman Larson. Rister got through, but Hackett able to make the save.
This is textbook by Dave Moss. Right in front. No Korpikoski, so Moss gets rewarded for some power play time. Watch the job he does in front of Hackett. Gets that big rear end. That big body here is right in front of Matt Hackett. Hackett does not see that little wrister from Oliver Ekman Larson. He's just hoping and praying that, and relying basically on his positioning, that he will stop that puck.
At the line it goes for Ekman Larson. And now Erat shoots. And that rolled right up high. Arcabello will give it off to John Moore with a shot. No problem there for Hackett. 5 to go on the power play for the Coyotes, and they'll work it to the line. Maybe one final chance here for Ekman Larson, who sends and scores! Oliver Ekman Ekman-Larsson, and he's tied it at 2.
Well, this puck, we've been talking about it all shift long. This does not go in without Dave Moss and the job that big number 18 does in front. Oliver Ekman-Larsson walks the line and finds that shooting lane. Not sure if this one is tipped. Arcabello looking for the tip in front as well as Dave Moss. Here's a real good look at it. The puck comes screaming through and finds the top corner on Matt Hackett. Hackett's still looking. He still doesn't know if that puck's in or not. And right now they're giving it to Oliver Ekman-Larsson, his 21st of the season and 10th power play goal.
Chance in over the line. Buffalo coming right back. So Ekman-Larsson ties it on the power play. Both power plays are getting on the board. It was Ristolainen giving Buffalo a 2-1 lead. And now Oliver Ekman-Larsson ties it at 2. Olsen tried to work it in front. Curl with it back out high. Rister on the way. Smith got that one. Good bid there by Mazzaros.
That was some high heat as well.
Now back out high. Zadorov couldn't keep the line. And it's set right back in. Stretch pass is picked by Swartz. Back to the middle. Taken away and out of the corner. Ristolainen trying to get it out. He can't. Chipchura's there.
A turnover by Buffalo was a direct result because of the pressure. Forced the defenseman to make a bad pass.
They're working in behind the net. Cunningham. Now Cunningham to the line. Gormley. Set one wide. Swartz will pick it off in behind the net. For Kyle Chipchura. Now Gormley pinching in from that left point.
Real good coverage there by Swartz.
Swartz comes away with it for Chipchura. He's trying to set it up on that left side.
Another good shift here. This is Coyote hockey.
It's in behind it, and it's on the net. They want him to play it, and now we get a whistle here. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. All season long he's been doing it. Tonight he provides us with our Chaz Roberts cool play of the game. Buffalo at Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and congratulations. He now holds the record for most goals scored by a Swedish-born defenseman in a single season. He is also our mid-first bank on-ice leader as he continues to climb, Tyson.
2 goals shy of tying franchise leader Phil Housley, who did it twice, back-to-back years. Phil Housley. That's incredible. What a defenseman he was. Be in that conversation is something else.
Reeder in front. Oh, and it rolled off the blade of his stick as it's turned. And the Buffalo Sabres will get it out.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson will win a Norris Trophy at some point. A lot of people laughed when we made the comparison to Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Nicholas Lidstrom. Well, nobody's laughing anymore, I can tell you that. 23 years old, not even close to his prime.
Board battle here, Michael Stone involved. Polino now in the corner. Being taken away, and Doan leaves it there for Stone and moving it through center of the Coyotes over the line. Here's a chance. Reeder, he shoots. Stopped by Hackett.
Well, the Coyotes have partnered with Glendale and 102.5 KNIX on the 3rd annual shoe drive to benefit ICM Food and Clothing Bank. Bring new and gently used clothes and shoes of all sizes to April 4th game against the Sharks. Everyone who donates will receive a buy one, get one free ticket voucher for that night or April 11th game.
Now, hard to believe there's only 3 home games left for the Coyotes. Coach will wrap up in Pittsburgh Saturday afternoon, and we'll see these Buffalo Sabres out at Gila River Arena on Monday night. Gagne with a shot, they score! It's redirected! And guess who? I am thinking that might be Dave Moss in front.
Well, he's the first in that line. That usually tells the tale.
The red-hot Dave Moss.
And good work again by the Coyotes. Sam Gagne just throws it to the front of the net. Martin Erat goes right in front of Matt Hackett. Dave Moss with the redirect. Up high. That big paddle of his. Take a look at that blade if you can. Got the biggest paddle on the team. It's like an oar. And he's giving a little rub for a good thank you there, Dave Moss. 3 goals in his last 2 games for number 18. 1 goal in 52 games. Now he's caught fire with 3 in his last 2. Take one more look at this. Yeah, the shot from Gagne. And there it is right there. Perfectly deflected. Drops right low and takes a bounce too past Matt Hackett.
So what has Dave Moss done on this road trip? He's quadrupled his goal output for the season. Gets his 4th at 14-20. Bogosian battling, goes in behind the net. Erat back to the front. And a shot taken that time by Dahlbeck. Deflects wide. Swartz, Ekman Larsson, and now Dave Moss, the goal scorers here tonight for the Coyotes. Dahlbeck shoots. That was deflected.
Seesaw battle. Coyotes took the lead early. Buffalo ties it up. Buffalo takes the lead. Coyotes tie it up, and now the Coyotes take the lead. What a game we got here.
They're making me dizzy. Puck played away, and now Erat will get it out. 26 shots so far for the Coyotes, 17 for the Buffalo Sabres. Bromby. Good keep of the line, Gormley. Single assist to Sam Gagne on the goal. Gormley trying to dance it around Dalpe. Shoots. Now Gormley behind the net. At the line. Time again. Tied up. Penalty coming here. McGinn draws a call here. Delayed call as a shot taken by Gormley. Goes wide.
Everybody buying in right now. Everybody going to the front of the net looking for cookies.
Coyotes will go to the power play looking to add to their lead. Welcome back in Buffalo. Our Geico legacy moment takes us back to 1927. On this date, Ottawa's Alex Connell becomes the first goalie in NHL history to win 30 games. Sens beat the Maroons 3-2. Go ahead, say it. I know you're going to say it.
No, going to refrain.
And the penalty.
Good work here by Ty McGinn, and the free hand of the Buffalo defenseman to the box. They always talk about it. Hand caught in the cookie jar. Every time that free hand comes off the stick, nothing but problems.
Arcabello, Moss, and Erat out there right now for the power play. Ekman Larsson and John Moore. Across, Moore shoots, and it's stopped by Hackett.
Dave Moss anchored right in front of Hackett. He's looking for a little more love. Good job by Moore getting that puck to the net. Any rebound, Moss is right there. And look at how he gets right in front of the goaltender. That is good stuff. Scored 20 goals once with the Calgary Flames. He knows how to do it.
Ekman Larsson back out high. Now Oliver Ekman Larsson looking around, flips it across. To Moore out high, he shoots it sent wide. Arcabello, he can't put it on. Back of the line, and this one gets by Moore. So he'll have to go back and get it. And this one sent right back the other way. Mike Smith. Moving along. Back through center ice. Here's a chance. Doan in over the line. At 5 left to go in the Zadorov penalty. The Arizona Lottery Powerball power play. And now Ekman Larsson. For Gagne. Drops it there. Reeder and back out high as Ekman Larsson will move it along. To Stone. He shoots and a stop. Loose in front, and Hackett gobbles it up.
Good shot there by Michael Stone. Real good zone entry, and now he's zipping that puck along. Sam Gagne, a nifty play. Reeder, nice follow-up there, and game of catch between Reeder and Oliver Ekman Larsson. Stone finally Says, I've seen enough. Time to get some rubber on net with Doan in front.
Bogosian will play it in behind the net, tries to get it out, and it'll bounce past Stone. 32 seconds remaining in the Coyotes power play here. Taken away. And now Gagne. Very patient here. Moves it along before it's turned the other way. Back it over the line it goes. Shot on Smith, no problem on the shot taken that time from Delorier. 8 seconds to go in the Coyotes power play. Reeder will feed it back to the line. Stone shoots, deflected wide. Out of the box is Zadorov, and another shot up high. Rolls right in front, and we will get a face-off.
Shane Doan pays the price. He gets knocked down pretty hard in front by Weber. Good shot here by Stone, looking for the redirect. Tobias Reeder, and then Gagne turns and fires, and I think Doan took that high up in the arm. Shot by Gagne, and that wasn't as a result from getting knocked down in front. That found the meat.
He was hunched over going to the bench. Hope the captain's going to be okay as it's played all the way back.
It looked like he took that puck right in the forearm.
Tyler Ennis going to try to get around Dahlbeck. Back out high to the point, Benoit. Olsen had to let it go. Dahlbeck that time locked it up with Ennis.
Buffalo looking to get some of that rhythm back right now. All the penalties that they took, you lose it. You lose players who don't play in penalty kill situations.
Cunningham fanned on the wrister. Good keep though. Coyotes keep it in. Swartz lays it in behind the net. Chimchura.
Hockey is such a game of rhythm and momentum, and right now the Coyotes controlling it all.
Around the boards, and now Crombie in tight along the near boards against Matt Molson. Larson will get it out for Buffalo. Under a minute to go here in this second period. Back with it when we get a whistle here on the offside.
Well, we talked about the Coyotes taking over this hockey game, and this second period is a real good example when you look at the shots in this frame. 18 shots, just 7 for Buffalo, and that's all the power play time. And whether you score or don't, it's getting that momentum back and then following it up with a couple real good shifts, and the Coyotes have done that here.
Millett and McGinn continue to joust. This one into the corner. Now the tally in behind the net. 42 to go to the period. Coyotes have regained the lead here, 3-2. Giveaway though, Gianta flips it across, and a shot on, and it's handled by Smith. We're not that far from our second intermission. Presented by your Valley Honda dealers. Todd will chat with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. We'll also give you a chance to meet a special young man, Hayden Gillen. Another installment of Nash Your Nose as well.
Don't miss that. What a piece that is. You got to watch it. Stay in your Chesterfield. Keep your eyes peeled on that TV. That's a great story.
By the way, you got the lucky jacket on today.
That's right.
Get over the line. Now Gianta tries to work it in behind it at 22 to go in the period.
The warmest coat I have.
Yeah, it's not exactly spring here in Buffalo yet.
Snowing.
Yeah.
That lake effect is taking effect.
Back it over the line with 8 seconds to go. Snowflakes several inches wide as this one is bounced. And that's going to do it here for the second period tonight at First Niagara Center.
Well, the Coyotes really could have came unraveled a little bit after that goal by Ristolainen, but they did not. They came up, answered right back on the power play. Oliver Ekman-Larsson once again taking charge of this hockey club, and Dave Moss, he stays hot. 3 goals now in his last 2 games. A lot to be happy about if you're the Coyotes going in that locker room right now.
Yeah, the Coyotes trailed this game 2-1 on the Ristolainen goal. Then they scored 2 unanswered from Ekman Larsson and Moss. End of 40 tonight in Buffalo. And the Coyotes with a 3-2 lead. Stick around, Todd and OEL, when we return. Hockey on Fox Sports Arizona is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Buy Behind the Mask Hockey Shops, serving Arizona since 1994. Visit one of our 3 Valley locations. And by Yancey's Fancy, New York's finest artisan cheese. We get set for the third period here tonight in Buffalo, and the Coyotes with a 3-2 lead over the Buffalo Sabres. Pretty much dominating the numbers through 2 here tonight as well. 8 scoring chances, 49 shot attempts. The only category with the edge to Buffalo, the power play. As we take a look at our Chaz Roberts highlights from that second period, Tyson.
Yeah, great job here. Again, Mike Smith getting it done. But it's been all about the puck possession game for the Coyotes. There's the shot by Ristolainen, an absolute bomb. Ennis little chip play off the boards. You hear that sound, bar and in. But the Coyotes respond right back. Oliver Ekman-Larsson getting that puck to the front of the net. Big Dave Moss in front. That puck does not go in without the effort of Moss. 21 on the season for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, just 2 back from tying a franchise record.
So we're underway here in the third period of play. By the way, the Ekman-Larsson goal at 11:29 was not a power play goal. It was even strength. The penalty time had just elapsed. So the Coyotes with a 3-2 lead early on here in the third as the Sabres will send one in. By the way, no Tyler Ennis right now on the Buffalo bench. Zach Bogosian will lay into one, and a pad save there by Mike Smith. Into the corner, and now playing it back to the front, a chance, and a stop by Smith.
Oh, that hurt. Just watching that save from up here. Mike Smith completely stretched out. Go, gadget leg.
Gianta can't believe it. Here's a chance in front, a shot, and just wide by Connor Murphy.
Oh, the birthday boy almost gets one. He just walks right into one from the ladies' tees.
At center ice and set in.
Got to hit the net, though. Let's go back to this save by Mike Smith. My goodness. Buffalo Sabres, a broken play there. Arcabello can't find his man. And that left leg. Watch the left leg here. You can't stretch this any further. That is a thing of beauty. And that's been the story for Mike Smith as Gianta is robbed by the big man.
And the Coyotes also will head back to the power play. A too many men on the ice penalty to Buffalo. It'll be served by Matt Molson. Arizona Lottery power play is out there. Moore worked into the front, and Moss was there. Boy, has he been good in front, like you've been pointing out all night, really on this road trip in front of opposition goaltender.
Well, and you have success, you go right back to it. Don't change a thing. Dave Moss is a big body, tough to move in front. That's where you want those puck battles.
Moore brings it in. He'll drop it for Ekman-Larsson, who is now the all-time leading goal scorer for a single season among Swedish defensemen.
Oh, wait till that OEL line. It's going to be starting to sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
That's impressive. How cool is that? All-time leads all-time for goals by a Swedish defenseman.
Yeah, in a single season, he's got 21, and nobody has done it. Ekman-Larsson looking around.
At 23 years old, by the way.
Yeah. And now Ekman-Larsson across. Stone winds, and that's deflected wide. And it'll go all the way back in. 3-2 Coyotes. They roll here on the power play with 49 seconds remaining in the bench minor for too many Buffalo Sabres on the ice.
That's a second too many man penalty on the ice for Buffalo. Over Ekman-Larsson's goal came at even strength just seconds after the power play.
Stone unloads. He sent it wide. Well, Reeder was backdoor there, but he couldn't get it past Hackett. Ekman-Larsson to Arcobello. Arcobello's wrister, that hit Hackett. And it's loose in front. Sabres are going to get it out. And it's moved along by Gianta.
Gianta squishes Arcobello. Two little guys in the corner there. Arcobello just 5'8", 172 pounds. Gianta not much bigger.
Ekman-Larsson gets it in over the line, and now the penalty is over. So Molson, who was serving the 2-minute man on the ice penalty, will stay out there. Coyotes with a 3-2 lead, early third. They'll head to Pittsburgh after this one for the Saturday afternoon game against the Penguins. Jordan Swartz has had an outstanding game here tonight for the Coyotes as he dropped it off that time for Kyle Chinchura.
Now we've scored so many goals here, both teams. Haven't really gone back to that Swartz goal and how sick that was. Top shelf ripper.
Swartz will get it in behind the net. Back out high for Brandon Gormley. Lost it. Molson will turn the other way. 2-on-1 Buffalo. Molson in. He shoots. Glove save. Smith.
He was selling that one. Cat-like. Mike Smith. That glove is working tonight. Molson coming down. He's looking past. And he leans into this one. The stick bend there. Mike Smith back in that zone. Sean Burke not on this road trip. He has to be smiling watching this one as he watches his goaltender go to work.
Board battle here. Vitale's going to try to get it out for the Coyotes. Good keep of the line that time. And Buffalo brings on some heat here. Foligno. This one bounces into the corner. So Vitale taken away here. Trying to walk into the front. Penalty coming up here. And now back to the line it goes. Delayed call. So to the bench goes Matt Hackett. And Buffalo with the extra attacker. Lazaros through center ice and in over the line, and now we get the whistle. And the Coyotes will be shorthanded here.
Oh, good instincts there. I believe that was Cody Hodgson who just jumps in, grabs this loose puck, makes a real nice move right there. And out comes the free hand of Connor Murphy. Desperation play there as he doesn't want to get walked. So the birthday boy is in the box for 2 minutes. Buffalo with an opportunity to tie this game up.
Now the Sabres 1 for 3 with 5 shots, and this one's going to be wrapped around and cleared by Michael Stone. Back to center ice, and don't forget, no Tyler Ennis. Did not come off for the third period, so Buffalo a little bit shorthanded when it comes to their power play. This one's taken away, and Shane Donald get it back into the neutral zone. Gianta now with it in over the line. Gianta curling. Back to the line, Bogosian. Trying to send it to the far corner. This one's not cleared, and now it'll be sent back to center. Under 15 to go in regulation. Coyotes trying to get this one killed off. 1:13 left in the penalty to Connor Murphy.
That's a big loss for Buffalo's power play. No Ennis. Got a goal and assist in this game, and he's the guy that quarterbacks everything on this power play.
Larson goes behind, and then Gianta will steal it away. Out of the line, Ristolainen, and across for Bogosian. Now off the end boards, trying to take it to the front that time, and Smith able to cover up.
Well, the last Papa John's student rush of the season is Monday, March 30th. Show a valid high school or college ID and get a lower bowl seat for just $25. Line up outside the box office 1 hour prior to puck drop. And if you're one of the first 100 students in line, you'll get a free large pizza voucher from Papa John's. For more details, visit ArizonaCoyotes.com.
And that's the next home game at Gila River Arena. The Buffalo Sabres will be in town. Off the face-off and a glove save that time, Cody Hodgson. And Mike Smith gets it. A quick little play right off the face-off.
We talk about the importance of face-offs. Joe Vitale's trying to win that one forward. Buffalo takes charge. The quick shot on net.
At the line, Hodgson try to go across. Goes into the corner. Foligno will wrap it around. Lazzaros at the left point. Now back out high. Benoit's shot goes wide. Behind the net after it is Foligno. Hodgson now try to walk into the front. Foligno lets this one go. Benoit across. Lazzaros tees one up, and that goes high over the top. Another shot taken that time, deflected wide.
Buffalo looking a little lost as Connor Murphy comes back out on the ice without Ennis.
We get an icing call here. Look at our Valley Toyota Let's Go places, and we'll be in the Steel City later tonight. And the Pittsburgh Penguins over the opposition Saturday afternoon. Right here on Fox Sports Arizona. Rematch of that game last Saturday night out at Gila River Arena. And then it'll be home for one against Buffalo, and then the following weekend, a home and home with the San Jose Sharks.
Yeah, the schedule just does not let up for the Coyotes. Talk about a grind the rest of the way.
Ristolainen gets it through the middle.
They fighting for their playoff lives.
Yeah, they were 2-2 in Detroit last check. Good board battle here. Dahlbach right in the middle of it, taken away by Delorier. They try to work it to the front before it's taken by Chipchura, and he'll move it up on right wing that time for time again. Chipchura behind the net, quick feed out to the line. Gormley left point. Shot goes wide. Well, time again. Getting roughed up there by Weber. Back of the line, a shot more, and a stop that time by Hackett. Now time again, and that's batted away by Hackett. Another shot. It's like a shooting gallery in the Buffalo end of the ice. 3-2 Coyotes. Back in Buffalo, our Coors Banquet timeless moment takes us back to 1994. Toronto's Mike Gartner scores twice to become the first player in NHL history with 30-plus goals in 15 straight seasons. Now, speaking of goals, we've got a lot of them here tonight on our Taco Bell game summary. Jordan Schwartz able to give the Coyotes the lead early in this one, 7:55 the first period. Tyler Ennis would answer with a beauty to tie it at 10:49. Second period, power play gets cranking for the Buffalo Sabres. Ristolainen at 8:37. And then Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Most goals by a Swedish-born defenseman in a single season with 21. And then Dave Moss on the deflection in front. 14:20 the time of that goal. I'll tell you what, Jordan Schwartz has looked very good, Tyson, in 2 games.
Yes, he has. He's been involved. You've noticed him, and that's all you can hope for. You got to make that happen. When you get an opportunity, you don't know how many opportunities you're ever going to get again. You better do something. You better get noticed, and he has done that. Forget the goal. That's bonus time, but just the effect he's had on the game.
Olsen will flip it. Gianta right to the net. Problem there for Mike Smith. And back to center ice it goes. Dome trying to lead it in over the line. Reeder can't play it. Mike Weber will wrap it around. Arcabello. And now Gianta. Trying to get it up the ice, taken away by Ekman Larsson. Doan the other way. He shoots and Hackett the save.
Hackett's got to be lights out the rest of the way for Buffalo.
Ekman Larsson. Michael Stone trying to keep it inside the zone. Kicking at it. Here's a chance. Reeder in front. And Gagne hit the post.
And Hackett's hurt.
Boy, oh boy. Hackett is...
he's hurt, I believe, because of that move of Tobias Reeder. He pulled him right out of his jockstrap, and he was able to make that save, but he was completely stretched out. Talk about banana splits on this save on Reeder. Let's hope he's okay. He is in a ton of pain down there.
Boy, oh boy. Matt Hackett, the young goaltender out of London, Ontario. Just his 25th career game in the National Hockey League.
Oh, he's up. Thank goodness. Let's take a look at it. Reeder gets this puck behind all the defensemen.
Oh, he might have been the knee.
On the right shoulder, on the head.
Yeah.
He's following that puck. Reeder goes back the other way, and he just kind of gets squished.
Being attended to by the Buffalo training staff. And
I think it is that shoulder. He's lifting that left arm. Still a good job here by Reeder. A nice poke check there by Matt Hackett, and then Gagne just can't finish it off right up the bar. Watch Hackett follows it, nice push left to right. There's the poke check, little fire poker, and then he gets squished there by Reeder and that puck off the pipe. So the Buffalo Sabres get a little love from the crossbar there to keep this a one-goal game.
Anders Lindback is the backup goaltender tonight, and he was kind of trying to get limber in that tunnel.
Yeah, there he is right there. As he looks on, see if he's going to get the tap. 3 wins, 13 losses. Been a rough year for all the Buffalo goaltenders this year. Got a 3-man rotation at the moment.
They're doing some resistance exercises there, it looked like, with the left hand of Matt Hackett. He's going to stay in. Looks like he's going to be okay, which is great. By the way, here tonight in the crowd gives him a nice hand, and another sellout here tonight in Buffalo, by the way. And I'll tell you what, they've gone through some tough, lean years here in Buffalo, and this is one heck of a hockey market.
Yeah, it sure is. Hockey crazy. Jerseys all over the city. Day of the game. Getting ready for the match at night. Kids, I'm sure, all in their Buffalo jerseys at school.
Lazaro will wrap it around. Foligno looks to get it out. Comes right back in. Grigorenko's going to go after it. Play behind by Smith. Back through center ice where Erat will chase it down against Lazaros. Ekman Larsson at center. He'll give it to Gagne. Now Ekman Larsson across. Michael Stone. That's set high and wide. And the Sabres will clear it out. Next shot on goal will be the Coyotes' 40th of the hockey game.
It's been a while since they put 40 shots on net. Had an issue missing the net, not here tonight. A lot of their chances, they're making sure those hit Hack.
Big hit that time is Joe Vitale getting roughed up. Connor Murphy goes off after the participant Delorier. And time again will bring it out. Over the line, Dahlbeck, and we'll get an offside call here. We'll make FoxSportsArizona.com your destination for all your local online sports coverage. Full coverage and post-game analysis and reaction from the Coyotes dressing room. Craig Morgan has a closer look at prospect Anthony Duclair. Steve Rivera reporting from LA on the Arizona Xavier Sweet 16 game later on tonight. And a lot more. FoxSportsArizona.com. Boy, very quiet in here tonight, Tyson. And it tends to be a little more like maybe a Canadian rink, where I've always thought the Canadian rinks will be a little bit quieter because they're so studious on the game.
Kill the playoffs, of course.
And around the boards it goes.
More business-like.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Kyle Chipchura brings it back in over the line. I remember the old days in Winnipeg. Pin drop.
Edmonton Oilers playoffs. There's a loud barn.
Back right in.
We'll see Calgary in the playoffs.
How about that? Gianta with a shot hit the outside of the net, gets it right back, and that goes off Kyle Chipchura. Good board battle down low in the corner. Coyote's going to try to get it out. Matt Molson is up there by Brandon Gormley. Freed, and now back out high. Bogosian across. Wrister batted away that time by Smith. Swartz will leave there for Brandon Gormley. This one cleared out.
Yeah, it's going to be icing.
Well,
Gormley's been okay tonight. Yeah. A few turnovers, though, for Brandon Gormley in this game. And you know, in and out of the lineup can be a difficult situation for a young defenseman, very fragile, hard to gain any sort of confidence.
In terms of the Stars, at this point, I would have to say you'd have to throw Ekman Larsson in there, maybe give consideration again to Dave Moss. George Swartz has a goal in this one.
Yeah, again, just a complete team effort to this point. See if they can close it out with 8:50 to go.
Good board battle here as it's finally pushed back to center. In over the line. Hodgson tried to get it to the front. And now Foligno, this one's taken away by Cunningham.
Oh, dangerous play there by Cunningham. Trying to eat the puck in front of Smith.
Foligno all over Cunningham. And finally bounces free, but goes right back to Cunningham.
Play.
Lost one in over the line. Arcabello right to the net. Not able to finish it off. That time was Doan.
What a play there by Cunningham. With a lob pass.
Arcabello tried to get one in front. That was deflected by Zadorov. Back to center ice. Setting one in is Delorier. Good board battle here, and a one-timer by Bogosian. That stopped.
Somebody's got to get in front. Wide open was Buffalo Sabre forward in front of Smith.
Goes in behind the net, Hackett. That puck popped right over the net and in front. Buffalo gets it deep. Delorier into the corner. Also joined there by Phil Verone. Murphy will take it away. And he clears back to center ice. 7:20 to go. Period 3. Coyotes with a 3-2 lead here. Sent back in by Larsson. And now Erat lofting one through the neutral zone for Moss. He drops it. Gagne trying to work it to the front. That's cut off. Buffalo back the other way. Here they come. Olsen. Plays it in behind the net. Stone tries to move it up. Erat. And now Ekman Larsson. Dumps it all the way back in. Crombie in after it. And taken away as it's cleared back to center. Opportunity here. Foligno. The Coyotes will take it away. Not a lot of whistles right now. 6:15 to go. Period 3. And Gormley away with it. To McGinn. Now McGinn over the line with a shot, and that goes up into the netting and will step out. Mike Smith, moments ago. Big stop by Molson. And we stay 3-2. Don't forget, Sunday, history will be made in Martinsville as the first ever NASCAR Sprint Cup race will be telecast on Fox Sports 1. Kurt Busch will look to defend his title from last season, and the first short track race of the season coverage starts at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, only on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Under 6 to go, and back it over the line it goes for Dalpe, and his shot goes wide and up into the netting.
Good stick there by Michael Stone, recognizing that Oliver Ekman-Larsson was in a little bit of trouble there. Bad pinch by Larsson on the offensive blue line. Michael Stone comes over. Good chemistry starting to be developed between those two on the back end. Stone gobbling up huge minutes ever since the trade deadline, and he's done an exceptional job in my mind with those minutes.
He's playing his best hockey of the season. He kind of joked when asked about playing with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He said he makes it a lot easier out there, and what an opportunity too for Michael Stone. And he's been able to, I think he's been able to do a lot of other things like you've been talking about.
Offensively, and he's right. I mean, that's the big thing. That's the difference between the American League and the NHL. Sometimes you come to the NHL, and if you're a good player, it becomes that much easier because every pass is on the tape. You're not getting passes in the skates, and everybody's in the right position.
Swartz has it. Getting worked over there by Bogosian. Now back in front. Ekman-Larsson will give it off to Chipchura. Now Bogosian will play it away. Ekman-Larsson pitches down low.
He's definitely dominated the territorial battle in this game.
Stone with a shot over the top.
I think that's been the only issue right there. Michael Stone is his ability to hit the net. He starts hitting the net, look out. The points will just start adding up.
Michael Stone had a great offensive season last year as it goes for defenseman. This year, 3 goals. And over the line, Hodgson's shot just wide. Bounces in front. Now this one goes wide of the mark. That'll be coming up here. It's going to go against the Coyotes. Ristolainen. Extra attacker out for Buffalo. And taken away by Arcobello, and so we'll get the whistle. Looks like holding the call. Buffalo power play when we return. Connor Murphy goes for interference in a 3-2 Coyotes lead. Buffalo power play to the ice.
Here's the penalty in front. Connor Murphy, just a little shove there on Foligno. You can't score, Ken. It's your birthday. You can't get scored on.
That's
Connor
right.
Murphy, it just can't happen. Turns 22 years old today. This will be a long 2 minutes for him. He's hoping Mike Smith comes up big on this one.
Bogosian will set it up on the left side. Now he gets it right back. Again, no Tyler Ennis. Ristolainen with one of the goals, and he's got it at the right point. Ristolainen over to Bogosian. He shoots batted away by Smith.
Again, no Tyler Ennis. Molson will be the guy.
Shot on, and Smith got that one.
Oh, redirected in front. I think it was Molson. As I just spit that out, gets a stick on this puck. Big shot from the back end. Easy save there for Smith. Saw that one all the way, but this one, Buffalo finally converges, but still nobody stands in front. Nobody. It's too easy. You got to get your rear end right in front of the goaltender. I mean, you just saw Dave Moss do it a couple times in this hockey game tonight, and it works.
Chipchura wins the draw. He'll flip it along, and he got some help that time from John Moore, who sends down the link.
That's easier said than done. I mean, that's a scary place to stand. Puck's coming in at over 100 miles an hour, and you're standing right in front of the goaltender.
Giveaway here. Gianta score!
Rare turnover by the captain, Shane Doan, on the kill. Buffalo comes rumbling up the ice. Shane Doan, a great job on the back pressure. He fans on that clearing attempt. Gianta picks it up. Look at the effort by the captain, Doan. And then he turns it over, ends up in the back of the net, low to the stick side. That was a perfectly placed shot by Gianta.
10th of the season, and it comes on the power play at 16:23.
Buffalo all of a sudden with a little life. This is a big shift for the Coyotes.
And behind the net, Gagne is going to move it along. It's underneath Sam Gagne, and now Michael Stone going after it, as is Ekman Larsson in the corner. Buffalo with a bit of a push here. Bounces in front. Now behind the net. To the line. And a shot taken that time. Stopped by Smith.
Oh, how about that save? Mike Smith on his belly.
Now the Coyotes will get it out. They clear it back to center.
Not sure Mike Smith even saw that shot.
Ristolainen will move it along. Gets it back to center. Connor Murphy. And now Dahlbeck. Lost Dahlbeck. Sends one in. And Wild fire it in behind the net for Buffalo.
We'll go back to that crossbar by Sam Gagne. Some of the woulda, coulda, shoulda things in this hockey game tonight. The Coyotes have had their opportunities.
Quickly and over the line it goes. Barone trying to get it to the front. Good look there. Goes off netting on a deflection.
I think that went off of Connor Murphy. Big block by the youngster. Buffalo coming in with speed. That transition game once again. Nice play there. And yeah, Connor Murphy gets a piece of that, and that puck goes up and over. That's how you make amends right there.
Face-off going to be marked to the right of goaltender Mike Smith. Sabres win the draw. Gianta flips it in behind the net. Molson's there. Put it to the front. Larsson nearly had one. And it bounces in front. The Coyotes will get it out. Chipchura back it over the line. To set it up along the boards. And this one's going to be stolen away. They can't clear it. Chipchura. A sharp angle. Rides up on Hackett.
Oh, Cunningham out of midair. This line has been real good tonight.
Here's a chance. Bogosian in. And he's stopped by Smith. Huge save for number 41.
How about the Jets on Bogosian? Walks right around Gorman.
They try to put it home, and it's sent wide. Cleared out.
What a sequence there for Mike Smith.
This one into the bench with 59.9 remaining. Wow.
Coyotes need a breather here after this pressure put on by the Sabres. There's Bogosian. That left leg cuts in. Talk about desperation. Dives. I'm not sure what he catches that puck with. Once again, the blocker, then that right pad. My goodness.
Arcabello's been really good. 14 of 17 on the draws here tonight.
Well, he was good the other night as well, as was Joe Vitale.
At the line, Reeder. Shot goes wide. 44 to go. Coyotes now with a flurry. Doan takes it in behind the net. Forward battle here. Doan trip.
Penalty coming up.
Yeah.
Weber takes Doan's feet out.
And here we go with 30 seconds remaining.
Oh, boy. Shane Doan turned that puck over on the tying goal by Gianta. There's the penalty, no question about it. Weber just takes the legs right out from underneath Shane Doan, and Shane Doan's going to have a chance here now to make up for that turnover. Interesting to see if Dave Tippett uses his timeout here.
Yeah. Gagne, Doan, and Reeder up front. John Moore and Oliver Ekman Larsson working the points. Another Arizona Lottery Powerball power play.
Oh, that's another penalty, isn't it? Centerman grabbed the puck with his free hand.
They're discussing it.
I think it might have been touched already after the initial puck drop. Let's take a look.
No, I think
I don't know.
Don't stick at it, I believe, but
Maybe tapped it. Didn't have control of it.
all right. Our officials say play on, so Gagne will take the draw against Gianta. Ends up in behind the net. Coyotes with a late Arizona Lottery Powerball power play here, as this one is fired down the length of the ice. John Moore with it. 10 to go. Back to center ice. Gagne. This play is offside, so it'll come out with 5.9.
One more opportunity here in regulation, maybe. We need someone way out to the right. It's probably going to be Shane Doan with one shot, long range. Nope. Lost draw by Gagne.
And Benoit's going to pull it back, and we are headed to overtime. There will be 1:31 of carryover power play time for the Coyotes, as we'll skate 4-on-3. Stick around. Overtime from First Niagara Center in Buffalo is up next. Coyotes Overtime Hockey is presented by Sanderson Ford. Back in Buffalo, 60 just not enough tonight here in Buffalo between the Coyotes and the Sabres as we take a look at the third period. What an interesting affair, to say the least, as Matt Hackett went down. He was felled to injury, but he stayed in there. And then the crossbar and the goal. And that goal by Gianta tied it at 16:23.
Mike Smith to the rescue. Man, has he been good. Monta March continues to get it done for his hockey club. Record in overtime games, 5-5. And 3-3 in the shootouts. Matt Hackett.
Yeah, these are career numbers, 1-1 in overtime and 1-0 in the shootout. So here we go. Don't forget about the penalty to Buffalo. So we will go 4-on-3 to begin the overtime. Ekman Larsson, the lone defenseman out there, or actually John Moore and Ekman Larsson, along with Gagne and Doan, the foursome. So the Coyotes will set it up and they'll pull it back to get it going here on this Arizona Lottery Powerball power play that spills over into the overtime. Back out high for Ekman Larsson. He's already got one here tonight. To Moore. Gagne with it. Gagne looking around. Trying to get one towards the front. Off Doan's stick it out of play.
Yeah, he was just floating it through the middle with Doan in front. Look at Oliver Ekman Larsson, 21 goals. Game winner, you need one? OEL to the rescue, 7 on the season.
Will it be a historic night on that level? He got his 21st earlier to become the highest scoring Swedish defenseman for a single season. Moore has it. To Gagne. Now Gagne in tight to Doan. Good stick that time though by Bogosian. Well, back to the front, a chance, and Moore. Oh, he sent it wide.
Oh, he fanned on that one. That was a rolling puck. That's Oliver Ekman Larsson's area right there. That's his real estate.
Now Ekman Larsson thought about it. Gives it to Gagne. He shoots. He scores! And the Coyotes, for the second time on this road trip, have won it in overtime.
Well, again, what have we talked about? It's all about net front presence. This time it's the captain in front. Let's see if Doan gets a piece of this one. Oliver Ekman Larsson to John Moore, up top again, moving the biscuit around over to Gagne, and he throws this right through Bogosian with Doan in front. I think that goes in clean. I think that's going to be Gagne's 13th of the season. Low on the ice. Finds the back of the net, and the fans are loving it here in the Buff.
Sam Gagne gets the goal, and the Coyotes win it here tonight in overtime. Now 2-0 on this Eastern swing.